I would like to acknowledge that this video is being filmed on the traditional lands of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. I pay my respects to their elders past and present, and extend that respect to any Aboriginal, Torres Strait Islander or First Nations people who may be watching this video today. Hi everyone, my name is Steph, this is the Novelty Corner and welcome to my December book haul. So these are all the things that I acquired throughout the month of December 2021. We're going to jump straight into it. I have some review copies, I have some gifts, and then I have all the things that I acquired for myself. Some of them were gifts. Actually, no, let's not lie. All of them were gifts to myself. As usual, I am going to start with the review copies. So I requested a set of books from Allen and Unwin, who are a publisher here. There is Exit 45 by Ben Sanders. This is a crime mystery thriller type book. I haven't read it yet. It did come out on the 5th of January, so I will be planning on reading this as soon as possible. I also requested Thunderstorm Dancing by Katrina, Germein and Judy Watson. It is an absolutely gorgeous picture book, which I will be talking about in a wrap up soon, but this is the paperback edition of a book that was originally released in 2015 and is a really gorgeous story with wonderful lyrical writing. I do have a review for it up on my blog now as well. And the third book that I requested from them is The Young Oracle Tarot, an initiation into Tarot's mystic wisdom, which is actually a young adult title, but it is a guide to tarot. So it goes through all of the different cards, it goes through different decks, it goes through the history of tarot. It is a really fantastic book for teens who might be interested in it, and it is just really gorgeously presented as well. So there is heaps of information in here. I really enjoyed reading about it as well. So this one will have a review on my blog coming up soon too. And then from Scholastic, and I actually can't remember if I requested any of these. I had two junior fiction middle grade novels. The first one is Ella and Olivia, the New Baby, and this one is a very short junior fiction story about two sisters who find out they're going to have a baby cousin, and then they learn what that's all about. And then there is I Broke the Internet by Andy McNab. Andy McNab is quite famous for his adult crime thriller books, I think I've read one of them. And this is his middle grade foray. I think this is like the second book in this particular series following these characters. And this is about a boy whose heroic actions get caught on camera and, you know, fed to the media. And suddenly he finds himself with an offer to go to a mysterious resort and test out the extreme sports there because he's so brave. And he ends up taking some of his friends. So I read both of these, as well as the two picture books which are all about starting school. So there is Zoo School by Heath McKenzie. Heath McKenzie does some really fantastic, bright, colourful children's books. And then by one of my favourite duos, Laura and Philip Bunting, there is The Wild Guide to Starting School, which is an informative guide for starting school. And you have all of the animals that you have seen featured in previous Laura and Philip Bunting books making an appearance and teaching people about what starting school is really like. Moving into gifts I received from other people, this is not a regular occurrence, but I did receive three things, which is really fun. So from one of my students last year and their families, I received Plant Tribe, which is this gorgeous coffee table book about plants, because I have plants in my classroom, I have plants at home, I love them. And I thought this was a really nice gift. I have started looking through it and I will continue to, because I'm just really excited to have something like this. I don't have any plant coffee table books. I don't really have a coffee table, but I will still find somewhere for it to go. This year I will have a teaching partner, so I'll be out of the classroom one full day during the week, so she will have my class for that day. She bought me a book which is one of her favourite books that she wanted me to read so that we could talk about it, and that is The Bronze Horseman by Paulina Simmons. I have not read anything by Paulina Simmons before, and this is something that I'm going to try and get to this month so that we can talk about it when we go back to school. And then from the Midwinter Gift Exchange, you will have seen that I received a copy of Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert, and I could not be more thrilled. All right, moving into the things that I purchased for myself, something that I pre-ordered like 6 months ago and was just waiting for it to be released, and there was some hold up and whatnot. I ended up getting the special hardback edition of The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. It is gorgeous and has beautiful foiling on it, so I'm very excited to add this to my shelves. I read this a few years back and just decided I wanted a copy of it. Then my absolute treat for myself, which if you've seen some of my December vlogs, you might have seen these books already. I bought the Folio Society editions of Jurassic Park and The Lost World, because this is one of my favourite series and it was really what got me back into reading as a teen. So this is Jurassic Park. It is absolutely beautiful. The actual texture of the book is gorgeous. I know Folio Society books are collector's items, but I really wanted these. It has colour illustrations inside it, and I'm really looking forward to reading through these books again, maybe hopefully sometime this year, in the new editions. And these might even be collections that I eventually annotate and things like that because they are so special. So that was Jurassic Park. This is The Lost World. And they're just so pretty, honestly. Look, there's a map. I'm so thrilled to have these, and they were totally worth the money I paid for them. I also picked up volume 2 and volume 3 of Yakuza Lover by Nozomi Mino. I have read them. This is a romance manga and it follows an underboss from the Yakuza and his girlfriend. It's honestly such a fun series, but be warned, they do come sealed. They are quite explicit in terms of the content, so not for kids. 2 more books from the Tiffany Reisz Original Sinners pulp library arrived for me. So there is Mischief, which is the Halloween one, which was really fun. And then also Little Red Riding Crop, which is a collection of short stories. So these are really fun. I've read 5, maybe 6 of the pulp library collections now. I'm really enjoying this little series and they're fun. They're really cute size books too. I also acquired a physical copy of Sing Me to Sleep by R.M. Virtues. This is a demon romance featuring a woman who suffers from sleep paralysis and a demon who is sent to collect her fear in the night but can't do it. Great. Just check all the content warnings for this one. I also picked up a physical copy of Alter Ego by Liza Penn and Natasha Lux. These are basically Avengers fanfiction / erotic stories. This one follows the characters in the book that represent Captain America, Bucky, and Peggy, and that's why I had to own this physical copy because that's like an ideal dream pairing for me in the MCU. I also bought a physical copy of The Nightmare by Regine Abel. This I bought because I'm going to reread it and annotate it and send it around as a traveling book as part of Bree's membership group. We were talking about sending around some traveling books, so this was the one that I picked because it's one that Bree and I really loved. A book I haven't read yet is Pair of Fools by Lillian Lark. This was her most recent release prior to the one that's coming out later this month, and I haven't read it yet. I was supposed to buddy read it with Izzy, but I know she's moving, so I will hopefully try and pick it up in January as well. And then the final 2 books that I bought are collections. They are the Reindeer Falls Collection Volume 1 and the Reindeer Falls Collection Volume 2 by Yana Aston. These were just really fun novellas set during Christmas time with different characters. I think in the first book we follow sisters or cousins, and in the second book we follow a set of brothers, and I just thoroughly enjoyed myself reading it. There's 6 novellas altogether in the 2 volumes and they were delightful fun. Alright, so that is everything that I acquired in December. Thankfully I have read the majority of them, and some of them are just special editions that I bought specifically because they are books that are really important to me, so I'm very, very happy with what's going on here. In the comments below, I would love to know if you picked up any books in December. Did you get anything as gifts? It's very, very rare for me to receive books as gifts. No one ever sends me books because most of the people in my life are like, you already have everything and I don't know what else you need. Which, to be honest, is fair, but makes it all the more exciting when I do get books from people because I love it. If you want to let me know that you're here but you don't want to leave a comment, you can leave your favorite emoji down below. Surprise me. I would love to see what your favorite one is. Otherwise, I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're staying safe and healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye everyone.